What's up, peers, and welcome to Bitcoin to the Max here on the World Crypto Network. Today, we continue our discussion on the evolution of a money out of a pure state of barter. And that is ultimately then where we start off is digital scarcity. That means that it is full relinquishment of control, moving to irreversibility of the release of that control, to a state of digital collectible, which Bitcoin was in the early days, further than improving decentralization. And now let's continue the discussion with the next important aspect here in this chart by Murad, and that is speculation, that more people will want to buy and hold it. Well, that is quite an interesting point, and absolutely true. The money inherently is a speculative tool. Why? Because if you hold a money, a medium of exchange that you want to transact with in the future, so you store your value in this, then this good is only useful to you if you have trading partners, right? If there are other peers in the network, if you have a large network that is expanding by new users, because with these new users coming in, you increase the amount of possible transactions that you could do with this one medium of exchange and store of value. And that means that you have to speculate that the network grows. If it would retract, right, if it would in the future limit your possible amount of exchanges, then you would use a different money, right? You want to have an economy that is expanding, that is inclusive and not restrictive. And therefore, the inherent speculation of Bitcoin is not necessarily about the price. The inherent speculation on a monetary base is about the actual use case of Bitcoin, and that is strongly correlated to the amount of people in the network. And so the big speculation that hodlers have, the people that hold on to Bitcoin, is that in the future, there will be more people, more peers joining the network. Because if there's only Alice and Bob, then that is still a free market and still voluntary mutual beneficial exchange. However, it is not a network yet. And they need Charlie to come in to have a network of 3 people, and eventually with Dave 4 people, and so on and so on and so on. And with each additional peer adding to the network, the value of the network increases. So you have to speculate on this potential increase. Now, inherently, with more users in the money network, and therefore more possible transactions, the money itself becomes more useful, and thus there is more demand for the money. Therefore, you have, for example, a higher purchasing power of that money. Why? Because the demand for it goes up while the supply, let's assume, stays equal, which means the same amount of Bitcoin for more people. Therefore, one individual has to pay a higher price, and he's willing to do so only because the network is more usable. So the inherent usability aspect is what the speculation is all about, and that includes, but is not limited to, the number of peers in the network. So the speculation phase of Bitcoin starts out with the speculation of more users, essentially, more peers joining the network. And that's who you have to thank for this episode of the World Crypto Network. Bitcoin to the Max is brought to you by the amazing peers of the World Crypto Network. And these include, but are not limited to, the amazing sponsors on patreon.com/WCN and teleco.in/HillebrandMax and /MapBitcoins. Thank you for sticking in there with the World Crypto Network and helping us spread the word of Bitcoin and help others accumulate this information. Which is a non-scarce good, right? About this scarce good of Bitcoin, which hopefully will be a money, and we all have to speculate that more people are using it, that more peers will join our network. And that's why I think the World Crypto Network is so important, getting new peers onto our network so that the usability and eventually, but that's the boring part, the price will increase. Thank you very much for joining me today here, and see you on the next show. Bye-bye.